Hi guys, it's Jamie here. In the following tutorial we're going to make this very unique tag accordion style journal with abstract backgrounds from start to finish. Yesterday in Art Tribe I did some very simple abstract backgrounds and we put some leaf silhouettes over the top of those. I want to show Art Tribe and Free Group how this can actually be incorporated into junk journaling. Therefore, I've got one large 300 GSM piece of watercolor paper, which is A4 or US letter size. What I've done is I've started to cut it into tags. From that piece, you can make 8 tags, which are 4 inches by 2 1/4. The way I've created the top is I just use a plastic card with a corner cut out. As you can see, I have 2 different sizes depending on the tag size. Line it up and follow it to cut that corner. If you have a tag die, you can use that. So now we have all our tags. We're going to do some very quick abstract backgrounds. I have a large box of Artesia acrylic colours. There are 60 different shades that I got from Amazon, which saves me having to try to mix them too much. Here I've got the burnt umber, sangria red, yellow ochre, cold grey, grey, which is a warmer grey. I'm going to spray these down so that they become more like watercolours. I'm going to start at the darkest, and if I don't feel it's pale enough, I will simply add more water. On each tag, you're just going to make some marks. You can see here the different strengths don't really matter. Now we're going to come in with this reddy brown and add some extras. Next we're going to do the cool grey. The next one is the warm grey. Final one, the yellow ochre. Personally, on some of these, I'd like to see a slightly stronger blue-grey, dark brown and the red. I'm going to go in with slightly less water this time and see how that looks. Now with the reddy brown. And finally with the blue-grey. Once these have dried, you can bring things back in for mark making. I've got a cocktail measure, a cork, a thick bristle brush, smaller one. And now we choose the colour that we like. And I think I'm going to go with the blue-grey. Going to grab my cork, roll it around, and then do some splodgy, circly type shapes. think that's going to be plenty. And I don't know that I want to do fine circles in that colour because it's beginning to dominate. So I'm going to take some of the red, again, squish that through, and where we've already started to do some splatters, do some more. And as you can see where the paint's wearing off, now I'm going back in to get a bit more markings. Using the circles, I think we're going to go with some pearl copper gold. So it's not a bright gold, it's a coppery, more antique looking gold. Because I'm beginning to run out of room on my palette, I'm going to brush a circle on. If you've got space, you can dip. And around the areas that I've already put some splodges and circles, I'm going to add some gold circles. I've done 2 on 1. On this one, I will just do 1 because I can go in and do a large circle. If you don't have one of these, just use any circle, toilet roll, glasses, that type of thing. I may have space to dip this, which will be quicker, possibly stronger, definitely quicker and a bit stronger. So we'll go back over some of the ones we've done, get some of the smaller ones. I am a bit of a glitter fan. You do not have to be. So I'm going to also add, with the stipple brush, some extra gold. Now I want to add some drama. To do that, I'm going to use some black, back with the cork. I'll get my clean brush, get some black. Going to come in and do some black circles where we've already stippled. The only thing I feel this is missing is some straightness in here, some fine lines. Using the card that I used to cut the tags with, we're going to make with an edge. I feel like I need to do some going across because I haven't really. I quite like that, where it's slightly thicker. When you think you're happy with the look, let that dry. Stage 2 to this tag book is to take an ink that you want to edge with. I'm choosing the Memento London Fog, which is a grey tone, and then go round the edges of the tag, which will frame your tag. And also you have options with the reverse. Obviously some paint's gone over it, so you could either glue paper or sew paper to the back to cover that, or you can leave it as be and just edge round the back as well and accept the markings. Entirely up to you which you do. I don't mind the markings on the reverse. Make this a very quick make by going over the back and leaving it like that. You need to do that on all of your tags. Because when I've added my grey border, it's quite dull, rather than splash the ink to lighten it, I'm going to use a white acrylic paint pen and just add some dots. As you can see, that's added a pop of brightness back into our background. Now my white dots are dry and I've already edged in the grey. I've decided I would like to also edge with some black, but a bit finer. So I'm just going to do it like this, because I think that creates a stronger border for me and also gives it a frame. I actually want to do some paper dolls. However, these, I don't like how thick the borders are. So I'm going to select the paper dolls I want and trim down, still leaving a white border, but a much thinner white border. When it comes to this next stage, you can add words or anything that you would like to either the front or the back of the tag. I'm keeping it simple because I want the characters to be the central focus. Therefore, all we need to do is glue them on. I'm using art glitter glue in a small fine nose container. You can buy the containers and art glitter glue on Amazon. To get any overspill of glue, I have some kitchen paper towel here. Very, very gently use something to smooth it, which will also make sure the glue goes to all the edges and hold everything down. You have to do it gently because the paper is wet with the glue and could tear. Don't worry about glue shine, because our top coat will sort that problem. It's at this stage that you have the opportunity, if you feel like some of the design has been lost under adding the figures, to add a bit more detail. With this one, I had to cut the white off to fit that onto the tag. So very, very carefully, I'm going to use my paint pen to just bring a bit of white back in, and then add some white dots going round this shape here. Before we go further, we want to protect everything here. To do so, I have a matte picture varnish. You could also use a hairspray. What you don't want to be doing is brushing anything on, because with it being acrylics, any wet, it's going to move that acrylic. Just going to hold a corner and from a distance do a light spray. If you want a glossy finish, Crafter's Companion do a gloss version called Spray and Shine. Now it's time to put our accordion tag book together. This is really easy to do. I've had to switch to voiceover because the microphone port on my iPhone has got corrupted. The way we join these together is adding washi tape or masking tape down the joins. I decided to use some washi tape. Now I'm going to burnish that washi tape down. Here I'm just checking that the folds are okay and burnishing on the picture side too. And you simply continue with this system until you've done all 8. I decided at this stage I wanted to add more grey to the tags at the back. You could have covered them in paper, be adding extra decoration, entirely your choice. The project's now finished, just folding that accordion tag book together, and I will see you next time.